Over his long Hollywood career, legendary actor Nicolas Cage has become almost as well known for his tumultuous marriages as his glorious overacting. The actor has just recently entered into his 5th marriage, with 4 previous marriages under his belt. His previous marriage, in 2019, was his most troublesome so far, having only lasted a total of 4 days. This most recent marriage came during COVID-19, which resulted in Nicolas having to propose to his new wife in an odd way. Join Trender as we explore why Nicolas Cage's 5th wife got a lazy proposal. Nicolas Cage is 57 years old and has just entered into his 5th marriage. His new bride is 26-year-old Riko Shibata, a Japanese woman that the actor has only recently started dating. The two met before the start of the COVID-19 pandemic and were forced to part ways as a result of social distancing. The two had been dating in New York City. When COVID struck, Riko went to Japan and Nicolas went to his home in Nevada. Though they were physically separated, they maintained their courtship through virtual communications. After 6 months apart, Nicolas decided it was time to propose to his new love interest. Perhaps he was simply hoping that marriage could put an end to their physical separation. If so, he was certainly right. Although Nicolas was limited in his proposal plans due to the COVID situation, he says he still tried his best to make the event special. However, after 4 previous marriages, we understand it may have been hard for Nicolas to keep up his excitement about the prospect of another proposal. He offered his bride a custom black and gold diamond ring and had it delivered to her in Japan. Then he proposed to her via camera over the phone. Despite this unusual proposal, Riko said yes. The two got married February 16, 2021. Despite a negative history with the city when it comes to marriages, Nicolas decided the ceremony should be held in Las Vegas. The date was chosen to honor the actor's late father, August Coppola. Notably, August Coppola is the brother of director Francis Ford Coppola. Some of Nicolas's earliest notable roles came in his uncle's films Rumblefish and Peggy Sue Got Married. He's always maintained a close relationship with that side of the family. Of Nicolas's previous wives, the only one in attendance for his most recent wedding was his third. He's always expressed he feels his first true marriage was the one he shared with his third wife, Alice Kim. The two had a son together named Kal-El. He was named after comic book character Superman, whose true name is Kal-El. Superman is a role Nicolas almost played in the 90s, under the direction of Tim Burton. Alice Kim was a fan of Nicolas before the two began dating. This came as a change from his previous brides, who were both celebrity figures in their own right. His first marriage was to actress Patricia Arquette. Arquette came from a Hollywood dynasty of her own. Despite their similar social standings, the pair never quite got along the way a couple is supposed to. Their marriage was without any notable controversies, but without any notable spark. Despite this, they remained married from 1995 to 2001, making it his second longest marriage so far. Though 6 years doesn't seem like a long time, it's a lifetime compared to his second and fourth marriages. After being married to Patricia, Cage set his sights on Elvis Presley's daughter, Lisa Marie. Though this might sound innocent to some, those who knew Nicolas thought there might be a more subtle ulterior motive to this courtship. Nicolas has always been a huge fan of Elvis Presley, and many were quick to speculate he was pursuing Lisa Marie simply so he could say his son was Elvis Presley's grandson. This might sound like a ridiculous conspiracy theory, but it checks out when you consider Nicolas is on record as saying the marriage should never have happened. Though Nicolas has never explicitly stated why, it appears that neither he nor Lisa were ever truly interested in the arrangement. The actor has expressed some remorse about the marriage, both for rushing into it and for rushing out of it. The two were married in 2002, and the marriage only lasted for 107 days before ending in divorce. If Nicolas was truly plotting to make his way into the Elvis Presley bloodline, his plan failed. But this theory has never been proven. After his failed marriage to Lisa Marie, Nicolas apparently decided to start dating outside the Hollywood sphere. He soon met Alice Kim, and the two were married in 2004. That marriage lasted until 2017. As we've mentioned, Cage has expressed he feels this was his first true marriage, with the previous two essentially being failed experiments. Nicolas and Alice have maintained a close friendship since the dissolution of their marriage in 2017. They continue to amicably co-parent their son. Despite having apparently learned a thing or two about love in his prior 3 marriages, Nicolas's most disastrous marriage yet was just around the corner. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to Trender if you haven't already. Nicolas's fourth wife was a woman named Erica Koike. Although she claimed to be a makeup artist, she only had one credit to her name when the pair became romantically involved. Though the details of how the two truly came to know each other are a bit of a mystery, it's become apparent in retrospect that Erica wasn't exactly who she claimed she was. Nicolas had apparently been dating her for at least a few months before their 2019 marriage. However, that doesn't mean the marriage was in any way planned. The two made the decision to tie the knot while severely intoxicated in Las Vegas, a city that someone with Nicolas's romantic history should probably be banned from. They requested a marriage license and received a certificate several hours later. The marriage occurred on a Saturday and was over by Wednesday. Even as far as bad Hollywood marriages go, this one stands out as one of the biggest marriage failures in history. Cage had already suffered an incredibly short marriage to Lisa Marie, and that one lasted nearly 30 times longer. However, Nicolas had his reasons for cutting his 2019 marriage short. Although the situation hasn't been thoroughly explained, the main qualm he seemed to have had with his short marriage to Erica was the fact she was already involved in a romantic relationship with another person. This third party was a drug dealer that Erica had been involved with since before Nicolas came into the picture. Many have speculated this figure was perhaps a co-conspirator in some scheme to extort money from Cage. Nicolas fought to have the marriage annulled given that it occurred under false pretenses. There were several other issues he pointed to in order to support his theory that Erica had been holding significant information from him. Erica had quite a large criminal record that Nicolas had not been made privy to. However, Nicolas also had some prior criminal history himself. He was arrested after a 2011 dispute involving his third wife, Alice Kim. Although the episode seemingly ended amicably, it still left a stain on the actor's record. Erica had a domestic dispute of her own in her history, having beaten up a previous ex-boyfriend, and she had a number of DUIs. However, Nicolas has also had several DUIs. Although they may be just about even when it comes to criminal histories, that doesn't mean Nicolas didn't deserve to know about Erica's past before the marriage. Erica wasn't fighting to keep the marriage, but she was fighting against an annulment. That's because the outcome of an annulment would prevent her from getting any settlement from Nicolas in the separation. She wanted a real divorce, and she wanted compensation from Cage for any damage that this tabloid debacle would do to her career. Many have speculated this entire episode was merely a con perpetrated by Erica and her real boyfriend to get money from Cage. Nicolas's fifth and most recent marriage came just a little over a year after the last one. Hopefully, he's entered into this one with a slightly better understanding of who his new wife really is. And hopefully it lasts even longer than his marriage to Alice Kim. In the meantime, keep an eye out for his upcoming portrayal of the Tiger King in a new miniseries produced for Amazon Prime. What's your favorite role from Nicolas Cage's career so far? Do you have any predictions regarding how long this new marriage will last? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Trender for more. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.